Hey everyone, this is Brano, and I want to talk about a epiphany I had. And it's because I really think that I've worked out what you need to ask in order to determine from the concept whether your idea is going to be an idea that has a chance at success or an idea that is most likely going to fail. And it's, does my idea add value to the market? Because I haven't been asking that question very often, except in the few occasions where where I actually did market research, where I actually considered what other people wanted. I have found that when I have asked the question of what do other people want? What value can I add to the market? What do I feel is really missing from the market that I would really want to have, that I wish I had as a player or as a watcher? And I wanted to go through cases where I didn't think about adding value to the market and cases where I did think about adding value to the market. So I wanted to just start with this YouTube channel, and you'll see that out of all of my videos sorted by popular, almost every single video here was made to add value to the market of GameDev YouTube. I had gone through a lot of pain and a lot of struggle, maybe not pain, but definitely I put in a lot of work in order to add something that I thought was valuable to other people. So in my most viewed video, this was about taking 10 years of struggling to get out of the beginner trenches in order to be able to make ideas within my head, like actually being able to put paint on a canvas without an instruction video by your side. This was 10 years of struggles put into this single video. I then also decided to make a big tutorial series. This was entirely made because number one, Godot 4 was coming out, and I'm like, this is great. Number two, I didn't really want to make a Vampire Survivors clone back then, but I felt like I wanted to make a tutorial series, but I really felt that there would be so much value adding, like just creating a tutorial for Vampire Survivors in Godot, because they didn't exist at that time. And now I kind of regret not making my own game because I could have made more money, but I know the fact is I made this for other people and it's gotten me a lot of views. This guide right here about masks and layers, this was made for other people. I was trying to add value to the market. My Don't Do Game Dev YouTube video, this was made because I didn't want people who were thinking like I've got to do game dev YouTube for marketing. It's like, no, you don't. Do this because you want to do game dev YouTube. Don't do this for marketing unless you are planning on getting Danny level views for your games, or you're just planning to sell courses. Those were the two exceptions I found. Then this video, this is the first video I made largely for myself. My game failed. And as it turns out, this is something that other people like. So this one was kind of luck, but every single other video here, I was hoping would actually do well because I was trying to cater to the market. Now, you consider my latest videos, and my last 4 have not gotten a huge amount of views, and I've been largely making these videos for myself. The Surface Breaker video is largely, making just a video to say, hey, I am making this game. Once again, it's largely for myself. The resource design video is entirely for myself. No one really cares about my obsessions over resource design in RTS games, but I love it. The If I Can Do It, You Can Do It Too video, where I talk about how much I hate that phrase, entirely made for myself. But you can kind of see these have less views, whereas in the next couple rows, all of these videos were largely made because I wanted to help out other people. I saw that there was a real need for a discussion on Cuff Bust's rough launch, and I knew, like, look, the market really wants to hear about the Cuff Bust drama, and I wanted to take that and spin it into a positive direction. So, hey, it's like, yeah, I took advantage of it. I added value to the market because there's a real demand for videos discussing Cuff Busts at that time. The problem with Just Make Small Games, I wanted to make a video that for people who are like, I can't just make small games, because I do empathize with those people. I want to make a video for that, to say, hey, I understand. Here is a compromise that you could potentially make for yourself. Much healthier. And then this video right here, Good for a Game Dev is Mediocre for a Gamer. This was once again trying to help other people equal out, and also just validate this kind of perception that, like, look, a lot of people say their games are good and they're not actually that good. Now, if we go into my itch, a lot of my earlier games were made entirely for myself. This was a Game Jam game, and I wanted to complete a game, and I decided to make a no rails tower defense game because I wanted to see if that was cool. Once again, all of these games is just I think the idea is cool. I hope other people think it's good. With Cryptwalker, I want to make a 3D game. With Prosthetic Reawakening, I wanted to make a System Shock 2 clone. I wasn't considering other people. Platform Gun, I wanted to make a complete Steam game, or at least like a free Steam game that could maybe get a Kickstarter. Once again, it's just like, I think the mechanic of having a gun that shoots platform is a cool idea. I hope other people think it's cool. And with Healer Quest, I used the GMTK Game Jam as an excuse to make a healer game because I wanted to see what that could look like. Now, it was only after I made this and I got a couple comments about people complaining that there weren't any good healer games on Steam that I decided to do market research, and I found out that, hey, there's a pretty small community that wants healer games, but they're pretty underserved. So maybe I can add value this way. So Heal to Death was very much largely the first game I ever did market research. It's the first game where I thought I could actually add value to the market. Now, this is not something I was actively thinking about. This was just like, oh, that's a nice coincidence. Let's explore this and see if it works out. And it managed to work out okay-ishly. I'm pretty happy with it. But I didn't really learn the lesson because I made an RTS game afterwards. Or like an RTS prototype, because I wanted to make an RTS game, number one. Number two, I wanted to learn networking. And it sort of dawned on me pretty early on, after I got the prototype functional, that I would never buy my own game. So I quit it. With the 3D action prototype, I started making this game, and I sort of realized I am not going to be able to polish this up enough to where I would want to buy my own game. I'm not adding value to the market. We have Time Mouse, that was just a GMTK Game Jam. And then Surface Breaker, once again, this is sort of the point that I want to make. I'm been getting lucky with these concepts. I lucked into Heal to Death, but it was an idea I've had for a while. With Surface Breaker, I wanted to see what top-down Dome Keeper would look like. And then I had a lot of fun making it, and so about like 3 weeks or a month in, I decided to do some actual market research on Dome Keeper. And what I found is that there weren't a lot of Dome Keeper clones. And when I finally got around to playing the Dome Keeper clones, I realized that a lot of them were not Dome Keeper clones. They were Dome Keeper inspired, but their differences were not, they did not make the game as fun as I would have liked. And the reason I'm making this video is because I don't want to rely on luck anymore. I feel like I've lucked into Surface Breaker. I feel like I've lucked into the realization that, hey, this actually adds value. And I'm just doing reflection on... yeah, I'm just doing reflection on the fact that I've lucked into this, and that I wasn't thinking about adding value to the market. And to me, this is something I'm going to be doing in the future. Every single idea is going to be filtered through just this question. Am I going to be able to add value to the market? And if I cannot, like, realistically do it, and not even realistically, if I cannot easily do it, then I'm not going to bother with the game. So that's a video from me. Have a good one, guys. Bye.